Welcome residents to the presentation on email threats and social engineering. So today's topic is cybersecurity awareness, and here I'll be discussing about the importance of staying very cautious and protecting personal information. The outline of the presentation is identifying phishing emails, detecting emails with malwares, and recognizing social engineering attempts. So the first one we have here is phishing email. So we can there are three different ways or three different signs through which we can find whether the email is phishing email or not. So the first one is unknown or inconsistent sender information. So whenever we get emails with wrong spellings, unusual domain names, generic email provider like Yahoo, Gmail, because legitimate companies have their own official email IDs, and if generic email provider like Gmail, Yahoo, then that can be phishing email. So second one is using urgent or threatening languages. So most of the time, phishing email create a sense of urgency to prompt quick action without careful consideration. Lack of statements demanding immediate action, threatening consequences, or promising extraordinary rewards. So we have to look out for this kind of emails and we should not react to it. Links or attachment that seems suspicious. So hover over hyperlinks to reveal the actual URL without clicking can be a suspicious one. So we have to be very aware about this kind of email attachments, especially if they are from unexpected or from unknown sources. So these are the three different signs to detect phishing email. Now, secondly, we have the ways to identify the email containing malware. So likely uh, we have three different signs that helps us to know whether the email has malware or not. So the first sign is attachment that are unusual or unexpected. Whenever we receive different kinds of email attachment, especially with unfamiliar senders, then we have to be very cautious because they might contain malicious attachment and may be disguised as harmless files using doc or PDF, but may contain malware. Second sign is that grammatical and spelling error. So emails with multiple grammar or spelling mistakes often indicates malicious intent. Cybersecurity criminals mostly use automated translation tools, or they lack they lack consideration to the detail, which results in noticeable errors. So whenever we get different kinds of emails with grammatical spelling error, then we have to be cautious because that could contain malware too. Now, the third sign is unusual format or conduct an email. We have to be very cautious of email with strange formatting, unusual line breaks, or distorted emails. Malware containing emails may have HTML or CSS coding that tries to create dangerous that tries to create some problems in our email, or that tries to make our computer filled with malwares. So we have to be very cautious about it. Now, the last one we have here is the attempt of social engineering. How to recognize the social engineering attempt. So for that also, I have explained, or I have pointed out 3 different signs. And the first sign says personal information request. If any if any unknown, or if any calls or emails ask for sensitive information like passports, social security numbers, or financial details, then we have to be very cautious. And usually, the popular or reputable organizations don't request for such information via email or phone calls. So, this is an act of social engineering. Uh, Second sign is unusual emotional appeals. Social engineers sometimes may manipulate emotion to to make victims into uh, getting the information, and to make victims give them our information. So whenever we get some emotional uh, attacks, then we have to be very cautious. We should not get emotional and give all our information to them. We have to watch out for the emails that evoke fear, sympathy, curiosity, or excitement as a means to escalate a response. And the third sign is false representation of interested people forms. We have to be very skeptical about of emails appearing to come from a friend, co-worker, or reputable organization, but containing usual but containing very unusual request or out of character behavior. We have to verify the legitimacy of such requests through uh, alternative means of communication. So these are the different ways of creating cybersecurity awareness in the society, because these days a lot of crimes have been increased. Here are some guidelines for protection. So first guideline is we have to learn about typical email attacks, and we have to keep up with emerging strategies. We have to update ourselves on the basis of daily changes. And second option is we have to update our operating system, programs, and antivirus software often, because with the time, different viruses have been created, and different antiviruses have been created to fight against them. So we have to keep changing, or we have to keep making our devices more stronger by changing our operating system, programs, and antivirus software, and getting the latest one. For every online account, use a strong different password. For every online account, we have to use different and a strong password, so that anyone cannot hack into it or